Well, good afternoon, Starlights. Here we are again. And today we're going to play some 14 to start. We might switch back over to Expedition 33 a bit later because I'm kind of addicted. But we're going to crack on a bit with 14 today and really just kind of knock out some content. Oh yeah, no, I've got my window open. I've got the fans on. We are peak cooling. And I've got ice cubes in the freezer so I can make a cold drink later. Right. Okay, sorry. We call that the Luna trying to check her sound volume and whether it's working good. Go for a grilled cheese. Alrighty, Roni. We're going to carry on with some stories. So let's go. Piton.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Mervip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst.
Whee! Unknown Primal!
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Hiya,
So
Grizz.
you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
What a perfect galaxy to get, Grizz. Oh my god.
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yeah.
And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Eorzea, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
Ooh, yeah.
You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Whee! Oh my god, Grizz! Alright. Wrath of the Titan. Nya, nya, nya. I had to fight the urge not to just load up Expedition 33 again. That game is consuming me at the moment. It's just so good. Everything about it is perfect so far. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you were the guest we were told to expect. Forgive me, madam. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The Kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Mother. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word is spread of your accomplishments, Luna. On behalf of Limzela, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Luna personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the Kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they have long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is now that we turn to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The Kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Philocracy make a pact with the Beastmen that would each keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lominsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the Beastmen for defending their homes? Stola just saying it as it is, calling out, honestly, there's pretty heavy tones of racism towards the Beastmen. Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limzelamin's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of Aether further inland. Effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Luna? Nod. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the Kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lanoska. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. But when you find him, Maybe you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Alright. Honestly, I'd be quickest going from Costa del Sol. Away we go! In our little rocket-powered ship. Alright. I'm numing. Noom. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find ye a lass so free. You gonna say something, venturer? Or just keep staring? You wanna know about the company heroes? I'll price of bleeding fame. Can't a mill in peace no more. Still, seeing as you've come all the way, I suppose it wouldn't oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tracton was the company's best axeman. What was it you wanted to know? So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes versus a Primal, do you? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, aye? I've only been there to see it. It was a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ooh, just like that. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamned hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favour and kill those rats that's made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, I'll do it, then we'll talk. I love that he calls it Titus or Titus or whatever. So funny. Alright, let's go kill some rats. Rat. Where are the rats? She says. There are the rats. Everything is attacking me. The rats have been obliterated. Now we go back to talk to the biggest bullshitter in the world. Hey, so the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, adventurer. Save me the hassle of... Ah, never mind. What? You still asking about how we beat Tidus? Ah, no, adventurer. It's a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 school battles could rely upon. I want to teach you. I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say... a Gubu? Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Then creatures have a taste for flower mildew, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut down one quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Well, anyway, why don't you try heading due west and stand in lookout in case a Gubu comes calling. Play it, and I might consider telling you more about old Tidus. Pretty sure Eorzea has something to say about this. The Company of Heroes is the most celebrated mercenary band in the history of Eorzea. Even so, I must admit I've never before met one of their members face to face. I imagine the warrior who toppled both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of fame and glory. Yet he seems to have settled in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. He's immediately like, I'm on to his bullshit. I got the sneezels. Oh god. That's the big boy. I am back, sir. Hey, you again? Then the Gubu that was harassing the millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, venturer. So you took forever and a day to get the job done. Still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Luna would just drop kick this guy at this point and be like, sir, really? We're doing this now? That's 24. 27. We'll grab that. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Tidus. Maybe if you slew her. Tractorum, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Gubu better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleaned the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true, was it Tractom who slew that Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractom, the finest axeman ever to serve in the Company Heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Tidus. Tidus? Tidus? Who in the seven hells is Tidus? The problem you fought in some drink-sodden dream? The Company Heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Ah, well, you see, Tidus what me and the lads used to call him. That is the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both you, outside, we'll learn the truth to them in some way. Phantom, if you didn't say that Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked. Luna's just like, what? Like, fuck you. Big old man with his axe versus tiny cat girl. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Gubu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheating. Who picked these boulders? Nothing alike. Oh, hell with it. Let the contest begin. I'm just smacking a boulder. My guy puts paralysis on me. I am literally a healer, bro. Like, cease your nonsense. Bite me. Ooh, yes, I will hydrate you. Sure. See you later, Hunt. I hope you have a good day. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson. Honest, I have. Gave your blubbering track to him. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I don't want to deceive you. I swear. It's just that I keep getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work and I panicked. See, the last job I was at was Costa del Sol. And there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain of the company heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them. But you went and believed me, so I... Look, his name was Wishcat, alright? Wishcat. I can tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you want, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. What you said, Weast. And back we go to Costa del Sol. Where am I going? I ran past him. Oh my god. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes then? Just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I laboured for the well-being of you and yours. And my associate here has bathed in the fires of Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She's blessed with the power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray Brayflox Begins to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered, useful, will not be enough. It is true that the company heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. The Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him, in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will. We mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You're all passionate. I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. Well, at the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gega Reju's estates. Perhaps you could demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. You imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you're welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to this man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids. However trifling, remember the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. This soldier's so done with his shit. Master Gigaruji's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to a true task, I'd like to verify this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beast to the east. Beast to the east? A beach to the east? As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. Beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. So, you underestimate my abilities. That was your first mistake. Whee! And then we go hide behind a tree. How dare you lick me? There will be no licking in this house. Whee! I'm in my Numnobile. Numnobile? I can't. Blech. And around the corner we go. Well, did you deal with the Nyx? Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Well, anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gigaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gigaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Luna, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. And naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I will have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonel at Camp Tranquil. Ease for everyone! What? Do you mean to tell me you can't afford to waste time as your associate did? I venture if you've not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast a Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. This is such a pointless set of quests, in my opinion. It's such busy work. I know a lot of people say this is kind of where they start to like fall off from 14 for a bit, and I can get it. You require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Luna. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Or will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. I am now level 39. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. Oh, it was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by a large, an unforgiving lot. Detto here being a rare exception. I had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, or all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand, if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. But there will be other heroes, Luna. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Y'all are very dismissive of me, I'm just saying. I have a book and a fairy. Ah, crunchy knees. Uh-oh. Easy peasy. Cheese. Oh, do you know, a grilled cheese sounds so good. I can't stop thinking about it. I didn't grab the egg! Oh my god, Luna. Luna. How many times have I done this now? The egg. I smell like curry or barbecue or something like that outside, and it smells amazing. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Ah, such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see to it gets to the captain. You should make haste to summon Fanalan. Oh god. See, that could be nice, like, because it can make that nice cut grass smell, but then also it kicks up, like, all the pollen and everything. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Udo Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Luna. Oh, honey. Yeah, it's one of those, it's like, do I sit there and melt, which is at least somewhat manageable, or have a really bad allergic reaction, which is just going to be constantly sneezing and coughing and God knows what. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Wishket sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Persistent bugger. Well, let's have a look at you. Hello, Namine. How are you, lovely? I admit, I've been a bit sneezy this morning. I don't know what's going on. But I have a really bad dust allergy, and it has been a little bit dusty in my room at the moment. I need to give it a good spruce. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain the Adamantoise egg. However, that was naught more than display of brute force and blind courage. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am nun. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory comes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That's why I claimed my position, and it's why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. Children of the Sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you are recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert lies an Amaljar encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face his Amaljar in battle, you must find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this one spear. Why, you ask? You'll have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior, and bring to me his necklace. Share house remember, and the number one thing I laid down when we were looking to buy a house is that no matter how much yard we have, it would be entirely his problem. That is fair, honestly. If he wants a yard, then he has to do the upkeep. I think I've ever, like, had a house of my own. I think I would not have much of a yard, to be honest. I do not care for gardening or garden work. Oh my god, I don't know what that curry smell is, but where it's coming from, but it is amazing. It's like really nice, like pungent, strong smell, like in the best way. I don't know why he rolls his R's. By the way, he's like the only Mikote I think that rolls his R's that you talk to. Those who don't understand why the nun thing's a big deal, if you're not familiar on 14 lore, essentially all male Mikote on Seeker of the Suns have the last name Tia until they take on the leader of their clan or tribe or whatever. If they do, they become nun. If they don't, they remain a Tia. That's really what it is. That's why your character, if you make a male Mikote and give him a random name, he'll always, like, have the last name Tia, typically. You can't be a nun unless, you know, you're head of a clan. And literally all that privilege is breeding privileges more than anything else. Is just so they can, like, breed with all the females and such. And then if you flip the reverse, Mooncat, which is what Luna is a primarily matriarchal society where women have the power and men are subservient. It's actually kind of fascinating how the two clans are very different in what their role order is. Yeah, only the nun is allowed to breed the females. There's a lot of fan canon and fan theories that a lot of male Tia just kind of run off because, you know, they just want to have a family and don't want to have to be restricted. My character Cad, before I changed her into a Viera, she was a Mikote, and my lore for her was that she broke away from her tribe because she didn't want to have children with the nun of her tribe. So, yeah. Which I'm sure is actually probably more common than we probably realize. Anyway. Use the spear. Viera have a kind of similar structure with one of their tribes. Their females are generally in charge. It's a primarily matriarchal society, and men again are rarely seen. They are normally either hunting, scouting, or being used for breeding. Ooh, do share, Kara. I love like talking about character lore. You really want to go down a rabbit hole, by the way. look up all the surnames for Zayla. Every single surname that's randomly generated, if you make a random generated name, relates to a clan, and all of the clans have lore. Some of them are pretty wild. Like, my one, she has the last name Katayin. And they are a tribe who spend most of the time up in the mountains, save for, like, I think 3 months where they come down to do, like, gathering and harvesting and, you know, fishing and that kind of thing. But they're, like, quite nomadic and live up in the mountains. Rain is an interesting one, Rain Aura, because Rain Aura, unfortunately, typically end up in lives of servitude. Their clans kind of got either dispersed or killed off. Don't know why I just did that. She was a fangirl, the warriors are light in her teens, and was just old enough to apply to join the Wood Whalers during the Battle of Cartano. Oh, that's awesome! What? Love that. She fangirled so hard she was close when Louis Suard teleported them. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It'll make an excellent trophy. Oh my god, my mic keeps peaking really bad, and I can't tell how bad it is for you guys. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he'd be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent? Or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the Company of Heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so the meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagali. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as a whole. Should have been in terms of Murder City and had to make away about naught but of clothes, new daggers, and bleached hair from the stress of enjoying a pirate crew to get back to Eorzea. Oh, she'd probably get on with my girl Cad. Well, now you got me thinking about my characters. So my main, like my actual main, Shio, she is an Eorzea scholar, like a sort of professor. She is now a recognized professor of Shalia. She has pretty much a I'm smarter than you attitude, and can be a little bit cold at times. She is married to one of my friend's characters. They have twins. My girl, your panties are on show. Chio is meant to be an older woman as well. She's sort of like, well, I say older. It's older for like a Final Fantasy character, I guess. I don't know why I'm running. She's meant to be like sort of mid-30s, late 30s. My other girl, Cad, is based off an OC I've had since I was like 15. Cad is a bard / merc for hire. She isn't particularly fond of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. She has a few problems with the way things are run with it. She tends to be closer to people like Estinian, for example. Estinian, Grahatir, Moonbreeder. She's more close to those kinds of personalities. She is quite... That's a hard one to explain because she is terrible socially. She cannot communicate with people very well. She's quite standoffish at times. But she is the most loyal friend you will ever have. If you win her over, she will throw her life on the line for you. That's the type of person she is. She is a very sort of reserved... Well, not reserved. She has no filter. That's what it is. She has no filter. Which for Riviera is really, really funny. Ow. She actually lives in Gridania most of the time because she performs there, but she does prefer living in Limsa. She has like a little apartment in Limsa. But she lives in Gridania, like, with some friends from time to time, so she can perform at the amphitheater to make money when she doesn't, you know. I don't even know where I'm going. Where am I going? I've gone completely the wrong way. I've been waffling. Oh, God. I like that Delulu energy, as they say. Delulu. Oh my god, the curry smells getting stronger and it's making me really hungry, even though I just had lunch. Cad is begrudgingly a hero in 14. When she gets dragged in all the affairs with the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, she gets kind of arsey about it. The turning point for her is a certain moment in Heavensward, which is where she becomes really quite frustrated with everything. A certain character that I will not talk about yet. But if you know, you know. That incident with that character breaks Cad pretty bad. Now, if we're talking about Miko Luna here, so the gist is with Luna, she just kind of showed up. Nobody really knows where she's from. Even she doesn't really remember where she's from. She just showed up. Out of nowhere. And somehow managed to get herself into Ishgard secretly. Don't ask how. And became an astrologian. And she's been sort of squirreling away with astrologian studies. Miko Luna is very close to Grahat here. If I was to say I would ship a character with Miko Luna, it would be Grahat here. They would be peas in a pod. Oh my god, the smell of... I can't stop commenting on it because it wafts in through my window and it smells so good. It's like a tomato-y sort of smell. Kind of like a chicken tikka sort of smell almost. Because Cad, typically, if we're talking like romance-wise, like relationships, she's either paired off with my friend's character who has a Hrothgar, or if it's my personal storyline, she's with a male Viera who lives in Ishgard who's a machinist by the name of Ripley. They're a very funny and odd pair together. You look well. Have you caught a quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Luna. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wishkat. Worry not. You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know naught of its location. For the nonce, you should return to the Costa del Sol and seek Wishkat's counsel. But at the moment, since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I'd like you to deliver to him for me. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I'd be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. I, Wishket, was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert moulder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Luna. There and back again. Hermine is definitely my favourite so far with her lore. Alala fell with amnesia. She had no idea where she came from except fire and destruction around her, so she opts not to remember. But she was found and raised in Limsa as a street urchin, finding her way into the care of Underfoot at the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. Which is why her name is Lorelei Underfoot. I love that. That's awesome. I actually really love when people get, like, super attached to their Warriors of Light and, like, build up their stories. As you can imagine, as you know certain events in Shadowbringers, Cad does not handle that storyline very well either. Well met, Luna. Landanel and Udana both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? I have booze. No, my favourite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Give me my pants. Put on my new pants. God, I like need new jewelry so bad. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the Longstop, and that the delivery will be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. I would like to nothing more than to aid her myself. I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls Docks and speak with Ozan Nazan. He will direct you to Raincutcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their homes. That fell. Well, I look so mismatched right now. I hate it. Hello, Yamper. There we go. I'm just doing this because I have to stare at this any longer. I'm going to go nuts. There you go. That's a bit more manageable to look at, let's be honest. At time of Endwalker, Lorelei is almost as unhinged as Xenos. Enjoying the thrills of combat enough that even between big world-changing events, she seeks out combat in the Wolves' Den or even odd jobs, including assassinations. I love that. That's sort of like that sort of downward spiral kind of thing. Cad becomes very jaded by Dawntrail. Her opinions of the Scions do shift. He becomes very attached to the Scions after the Shadowbringers arc because she gets to know them better. Particularly the twins. She is like a big sister to them. It's just for Cad, what it becomes a problem of is that he finds it hard to keep connections and, you know, finds it difficult to be close to people because she has this perpetual fear now in the back of her mind that what if they're dead? What if they die? What if they get hurt? Well, I mean, you're talking to someone here who used to be part of the old AOL chat room roleplay sort of days, MSN roleplay, that kind of thing. Cad also is just one of my, like, my most beloved OCs. I've I adore her to pieces. I have so many stories. What's their adventure, eh? Something happened over the Gobby settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen. But go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Out of all the signs that Cad clashes with, Shio clashes with the likes of Fancred and such quite easily. Whereas Cad does find Urianger a bit frustrating. More because of the way he speaks. As she puts it, no man needs to speak in poems and riddles. I get that this is part of the way he's raised, but I'd very much prefer a straight answer. Cad gets on with Estinian. Estinian and Graha are two bros. She doesn't mind Yestola, but she finds Yestola a bit daunting. Because Yestola reminds her of her sister-in-law. It's Bloody Mary! I don't even know where I'm going. I went the wrong way again. But yes, if you're talking about, like, drinking buddies, best friends, whatever, you'll always see Cad and Estinian together, being a pair of absolute idiots. If I don't ship Cad with Grahatir, I ship her with Estinian. She likes a scrungly man. Thank you, Stream Elements. It's Brayflox! Tongue flaps of Wishgate be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplanders come for taste fresh gobby treats, yes? First prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Blighty beast chase Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly Uplander give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Oh, dungeon. I didn't realise it was that quickly. I've only been streaming for an hour. Good lord. Alright. Pitter patters of pores. We're all fans of a particular anime, and then the Final Fantasy Lost Stranger novel came out. Ding. Time for Brayflox. Hi-ho. This man has faith in me. play along with 8 others end up in Eorzea, embodying characters with outside mixed duties who treat like raid spells don't exist. Okay. I like that, sort of an isekai kind of vibe. Oh, hi, Amber. Made some fights to panic. We set the rules. If your character gets KO'd, you have to roll a new one. Oh my god. Can you imagine you got, like, right towards the end of the game? Kind of reminds me of, like, WoW hardcore rules with, like, a sort of roleplay twist to it. But this man has ambitions. The beauty of playing Scholar. Oh, hi, Brayflox. Mahari ended up mentally scarred with a whole 8-man die in their first battle. She survived it but carried the guilt because she was the tank. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good angle. I like that. Please roll on the rings, sirs. I want that ring. It's a massive upgrade. Hey, Zeno Kino, how you doing, sir? Shimuna. Heck yeah. We're just doing a cozy afternoon stream while it's cool enough that I can actually concentrate. I hate that when you, like, lose a group like that. But see, Yamper, this is going to sound awful no matter how I phrase it, that's the best part. Breaking the character is the best part, in my opinion. Oh, I love breaking my characters. Cat in particular has been through some pretty horrible stuff over the years. Give me my ring, please. Scrungly dragon. Yay, new ring. My man, that was a teeny bit too early. Bless your heart, though. Yay! Wow, wow, wow. Elle était tendre. Ooh, Scrungle cat. Scrungle cat! Hey, go commendation. Okay. Oh, we got a new book, boots, and a ring. Everything's coming from Luna. This is kind of cute little booties, even though it is giving me peasant boy sort of vibes. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Thanks, Brayflox. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda, Brayflox ever say. Things we do for cheese. Oh, I love cheese. It's been really, really hard cutting cheese quite heavily out of my diet. Oh, just a mature cheddar. And I don't even have to have it on anything. I will just munch cubes of mature cheddar. Cheesy pasta, baked potato with cheddar and baked beans. Ugh, yes. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem. I have stinky cheese. The pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese veined with blue-green mold is most comparable to the warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it is a delicacy, but then again they have their mouths to filter out the aroma. I wouldn't say little mouse. I'm more like a gremlin. Oh, by the gods, that unholy stench. This is... oh, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember what I learned, what kind of milk they use. I don't know if I want to know. Hello, Emerald Cheese. Okay, but here's a question for all of you who do like both. Which one would you be more willing to give up, cheese or chocolate? Oh, bravo, Luna. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. What good is an exotic feast without an what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aptitude? I can never pronounce that. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. We'll take care of the rest. Or if you're wanting to merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. I could actually give up chocolate easier than cheese. I like my cheese too much. A cute outfit. I like that. Carbuncle outfit. Oh, I know what one you're talking about. So that cheese is quite interesting because it, what's the word? When you read into it, it is not that regularly eaten. It's actually illegal in some parts, in some countries as well. I know which cheese you're talking about. Casa something or another it's called. Yes, it is technically an illegal cheese. Sweat, grime, and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam and perfume, Costa del Sol, and there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruja would not settle for anything less than the best. Thrice White and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, and his decision to rely on an adventurer. Oh, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss this wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary. Of course, say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. No, but you grow impatient, and Wishket must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my profession is of a sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Brigalant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he'll be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we might needs beg his assistance. Illegal maggot cheese. Illegal maggot cheese. But see, I'm one of those people, I don't understand the appeal of pickles. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter did bid you speak with me. Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you goober urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. I never actually played Lord of the Rings online. I heard it was amazing, though, for, like, role-playing and stuff. People were very dedicated to their characters. I take it he said no? Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the Wine Baron of Lenzilla Mincer is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. A cheese found in ancient burial barrels that... Ugh. Ugh. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of the product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that our grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. And this includes the most aromatic, most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as all too soon said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of that existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bruglaint to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumours that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards may have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Busy work. What do you sell? Oh. Oh. Donkey cheese. I like halloumi. Halloumi good. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had a chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years late. I dread to think, Ganther. That's wine. Oof, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody Primal blowing up my goddamn house. Well, wasn't that a pointless conversation? Oh, no luck, huh? Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a Vinter. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. Oh, it breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Excuse me. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain's done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favour I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I just stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I'm still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I'd like you to know that I am pursuing in my dream. This wine is my own creation, and I'd very much be grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Rain-Capture Gully docks, so maybe Risklet can tell you where to find him. Ooh, got a bit of a weird feeling in my chest. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. But a man's got a face with scars like that. You best leave well enough alone, I say. If you mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. Ah, yes. More busy work. Oh, good lord, I could take a nap, honestly. I'm so flushed. Ooh. It's too warm for me. We've opened every window and I still feel... Ugh. What? What do you want? I bring you alcohol. Wine? I didn't ask you for this. Who sent you? I... Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. It is 22 Celsius here at the moment. And it could be going up to 30 by the end of the week. like American style air conditioning, it wouldn't be so bad, but our houses are designed to trap heat. It just makes it worse. I'm probably gonna get like a mini like plug-in AC next month, ones that you can like fill with water so it creates like, you know, a mist almost. Yeah, it never works. Or I will say, at least the office where I work at, they fixed the aircon finally, and it's probably going to be lovely in the summer. The only good thing about summer is like all the cafes and restaurants start putting out their summer menus, and they're always so good. I wouldn't say I'm a gourmand. I like watching like cafes, like both like chain ones and local ones when they change their menus. It's always fun to see what they bring out. I like Christmas time the most for those sort of places because they bring things like, you know, Black Forest, hot chocolates and peppermint lattes and stuff like that. Ooh. Doesn't help the hot air is, even with the cool air and all this liquid around me, as it were. Oh yeah, the fruits and smoothies that come back in the summer is so good. Ooh, I might have to get some strawberries. Ooh, I might make some Eton mess on the weekend. I think that'd be fun. I do like Eton mess. Oh, it's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even of what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others? No one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I didn't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Ooh, big stretch, Luna. Ooh. Ooh, Antonos. Make sure you stay hydrated, my dude. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Oh god. Excuse me. Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? Should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Yeah, I need to go check if the ice cubes I threw in this morning have properly frozen yet, if they still need a bit of time so I can then top up my water bottle. Because I've got a glass of Dr. Pepper, but I'm starting to feel a tiny bit sick from it. I think I need to start drinking just straight water for a little bit. And I know there's ice pops in the freezer. Problem with streaming as well, anyone who knows, your PC obviously will generate a lot of heat because of everything running. So of course, it makes a room warmer than it already is. Great in the winter, terrible in the summer. I can see why hotter countries take naps during this time of day though, because my god. Excuse me for yawning down the mic, oh my god. I am so sorry. Yeah, I need to start throwing my drinks in the fridge before I go to bed. Like I said, I'm gonna look for like a little fan that you can like pour water into to create like a mister kind of effect. Keep my room cooler. Spend some time, Luna. What news do you have of Dressed? Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. Oh my goodness, Nomini. You're sort of on the swing end, the opposite end, as it were. We're not so different, Dressed and I. Too many have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry there's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Luna. By the gods! Luna, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf. A leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. You know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Oh, so much back and forthing in this bit. I do want to play more Expedition 33 as well today. But I want to at least get Titan done, because this is just one of those, like, big story chunks. The only one that's, to me, is a little bit more frustrating is everything in Curthus, I will admit. I don't like the cold because it actually causes my joints to flare up really bad, and I get quite sore and uncomfortable. Ah, frog! Particularly my legs. My legs do not like the cold. My knees and my like, knuckles get really sore. It just, ugh, I hate it. Yeah, I feel the cold really bad. It cuts right through me for some reason. Oh, hello again. What is it? Leaf. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. When it gets really cold, my hands do suffer the most. My fingers become very stiff and swollen, which is, as someone, you know, who does art and plays video games, can't really have that. It's just so annoying because it's like, I don't want to be too cold, but I don't want to be too hot. You know what I mean? Good stretch. I have very warm feet, which is really funny, though. Right, Nagubu. I have been told by previous partners that I am very warm when you hug me. I am very, very warm when you hug me. I'm like a little toasty hot water bottle. What did dress up to say, Luna? Tell me everything. Leaf. I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and novice vintner... That's a face of like, excuse you. Well, as my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? I welcome hugs. What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bilgalent. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamouring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be. A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. Now I realize it was never meant for me. It should be savoured by the saviours of Wineport, I say. He's made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Eorzea will find no finer wine. You've forever changed Wineport, Luna. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Wishket. I like hugs, but people do need to ask me if I am okay with a hug. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Alright, I know I need to go and do my scholar quest, because I still haven't done that. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. Look at the wine I asked you to bring. Is that... Seven hells, a 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Luna. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. The only lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her the banquet is about to begin? You know what, let's have a little new Gubu friend running around behind us. That's not the Gubu. You have the look of a woman who's been to the 7th hell and back. That I guess should be expected to supply their victuals for a banquet held in her own honour. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. Because belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been an ass to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Isola is me. Lady Stola! Lady Arcanos! That man's knees are broken. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. No, never would have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the lengths and breadths of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. And unlike me, Luna has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you be so good to enlighten her. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath. That any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she'd be rejected without a second thought. If she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the depths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deemed to test Luna with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of dangers despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Luna, however, is a kind and generous soul. I'm certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who would gladly fight at her side. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockmen. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Lunar Arcanos, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers and pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Lunar Arcanos, Titan's Bane. Lunar Arcanos, Titan's Bane! To be fair, with this storyline, they're actually really dismissive of you when you first meet them. They think you're not worthy, and they think you're incapable of being a good adventurer. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Low poly food. Tasting the Eorzea feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. When you face a lot of crags, think not only of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory will ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman and clever fight, you think. Flop cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Luna, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, Luna. This is but one more. Trust in your experience, and you will prevail. I mean, they are on the beach. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Item will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Luna. This banquet is as much for the company as it was for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely time for celebration. They have all but pronounced you the victor. The battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Exit stage left. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel the Bronze Lake in Upper There you will meet with Real, another man who wants to serve for the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you've given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. But before we do that, we are going to head back to Limsa proper. And we're going to go do the Scholar quest. While it's fresh in my mind. I'm going to keep on top of my class quest as much as I can. Stop yawning, Luna. Oh my god, what is that? A Tonka toy. I went to the wrong place. That is what the doctor ordered. Okay. How curious. Did you always come at the most opportune time, Luna? His divine providence, almost. Doubly so, as we've both been blessed with a chance to refine our respective arts. You see, in your absence, I have been studying a secret of the Nimian treatise detailing marauder fighting techniques. The fundamentals do not differ much from modern methods, but there are slight variations in footwork and grip, as well as the distinctions between the various ranges and attacks best employed when... forgive me, I lost sight of the more pertinent point. Nimian scholars and marauders fought side by side, yes? Well, now you and I have an opportunity to do the same. A tomberry has been spotted in Bronze Lake, and the Marauders Guild has been asked to dispatch it. Since tomberries dwell within the Wanderer's Palace, an ancient Nimian temple recently discovered in the wake of the calamity, there is a strong possibility that the creatures have resided there since before the Wall of Nim. Do you follow my reasoning, Luna? These malevolent creatures may have overrun the temple and claimed it for their own at the height of Nemean civilization. They may have posed a major threat to the ancient people, even. If so, then facing one in battle will rekindle the memories of your fairy. Even if I am mistaken, the Tomberry poses a threat to the locals. Moreover, I'd very much like to put my newly learned Nemean techniques to the test. We will rendezvous outside the Wanderer's Palace, yes? Oh, if only he realised. Oh, I just took a sip of the ice water and it just, oh, it hit good. Okay. It's also very good for my throat. Well met, Luna. I've only just arrived myself. It was in this vicinity that the Tomberry was last sighted. With luck, it will not have gone far. He's got a silly hat. Look! Atop the stairs. My son! My dear son! At long last The rancor, it rises. It rises. It comes. Yeah, I love Tomberries. I really want a Tomberry plushie. Sir, please don't stand in that. Okay. Enjoy the weather. Yeah, please tell yourself Alcazolka, because we're just going to take forever otherwise. Just putting that out there. We did it. We beat up a mysterious individual who we knew nothing about. Ah! What are you doing? Move, damn you. My... Confound it all! The encounter with the Tomberry has rekindled the fairy's memories. I should take a picture of my Junji Ito mug I've got sat next to me right now for you guys in the server. Which, by the way, I have a Discord server, by the way, if you haven't joined it yet. We do cool things, we chat and play games and stuff. Ugh, what happened, Luna? I thought you could control her. I apologize. I know you only have just begun to work with the fairy. Some disobedience is to be expected. Axemaster Eorzea will be disappointed, but there's naught we can do. The Tomberry is long gone. Let us return to Limsa. Ooh. She looks pretty. That is some goth queen realness. Love that. Luna, permit me to apologize a second time. Earlier, I was flustered and not myself. In the aftermath of the Tomberry's escape, I completely overlooked our accomplishments. We confirmed the viability of Nimian tactics and proved that a scholar and marauder working in tandem is a force to be reckoned with. Would you not say? And correct me if I am mistaken, but your fairy regained some of her memory, yes? Well, with that in mind, I feel comfortable claiming that this was a worthwhile endeavor. However, do try and gain greater mastery of your minion, Luna. I would hate for a repeat of that incident. What did we learn? What did we learn? We learned Fey Illumination. Ugh, Art of War isn't until level 46. I want to slap the ground. Let me slap the ground. Alright. Let's make our way to Titan. Alright, where is our little friend? Forget. Oh my god, why am I bad at game? Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said would be come calling? Ah, I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explained myself twice. days ago, when we were weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aephorite, see? Eh? What's that look for? Not familiar with him. He speaks of an unamplified Aephorite, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aephorites and those which we've used on countless occasions, Luna. Ah, ain't the Charlian lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the Company of Heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ogomoro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Aephorite, wouldn't it? That stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aephorite shards, in the depths of Ogomoro, you would have needed to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't remotely know how he did it, but I do remember saying it wasn't nothing any Scarlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aephorites in question happened to be... But in order to guide a traveller to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend on whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go down to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aephorite? It ain't far. There should be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Like that, it's all just like, excuse you, do not talk shit about me. Whee! Yo, we ready for like one of the best boss musics this early in the game though? Oh. I don't want to fight it, but I have to, aren't I? So this is the Aephorite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalima speculated. In its present state, this Aephorite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you'll have to proceed without me, Luna. I must need to remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible I may be able to stabilize the Aephorite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you'll find there. This didn't not in your preparation. We're gonna go punch a crag log in the face. Well, my tank will. Oh my god, that was an instant. Let's go. Look, an Overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. She uses our rights against us. She's defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa and her oathbreakers. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. Oh, great father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. He comes, the Lord of Crags Titan is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth the blessing of the land and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed, that sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer by defiance. Thou didst bring Ephraim low. Godless Overdweller, my myriad heresy shall not go unpunished. Upon thee I shall wreak a terrible vengeance. Oh, he mad. He mad. Easy peasy. The Lord of Crags, great father Titan, has fallen. Go there then, Crystal. I think I died the first time I did it as well. I think I got knocked off the edge or something. crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. For your kind who broke the covenant, we acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breath, we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. This bitch. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Riatin. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if it's the truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. And it's just like, okay, bye, bitch. Ooh. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Come, carry on, Crystal Bearer. Farther you have come, your work is far from done. And naught remained to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It's of little wonder they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. That they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? Well, Omega's a whole other beast, let's be real. I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we're not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the cobbles are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aephorite and Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed. Got accommodations. Let's go. Away we go on an adventure. Not that kind of adventure. Oh god. Ugh. Ugh. Ma'am? I'm relieved to see you well. But come, let us discuss our next step. The word would have already reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Luna. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Yay. Oh, I need to go talk to my retainer. I forgot about him. Been off doing work for me, and I haven't even, gone to check on him. I think I sent him off on a mission. Could be wrong, though. Wow. Fabulous, honestly. I have all this dye. I need to go put in my chocobo bag. Quick cleanup. There we go. He looked fabulous, and I am never going to give a man grief for that. Thank you for coming, Luna. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the warriors alike less keenly. And there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. The people of Limsa are forever in your debt. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Thank you, yeah. Thank you. Ring, ring, ring. Luna, this is Minfilia. Ishtola has informed me of your success. You've won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Ogomoro unscathed. Why, Tataru and the others seemed as glad as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Okay. Sounds all good, done it, folks. Ready to return to the Waking Sands. Put this back on for a bit. You know, gotta look nice for my hero's welcome. What's that screaming I heard? I'm not sure I want to know. You hear that commotion just now? What on the seven else were they doing in there? Wrestling a piece? You look the adventurous type. I'm taking a quick look. This one is glad a walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
That's so cruel to do to something so small.
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Like, no, don't keep stabbing them corpses. I don't want that now. That's a little too sadistic. You know? The woman who kicked a sylph. Walking one from Infilia. Ask this one to... In case walking one returned, this one was to say, at church in Eastern Fanalan, walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect walking one Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one, babe. I'm a scholar, I could heal her. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh god. Ooh! felt that. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there's anything to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses are dead, father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We're all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since but she was a child. Well, do I recall the day of our meeting? I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to your brother and sister Scions. But please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquis, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquis. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquis is a survivor of the Battle of Carteneau. Alas, his experience took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would have surely perished in the desert. Marquis, I want you to look after Luna. Do you understand? Yes, father. Alrighty, we're going to take a little break from 14 now. And I'm going to switch over to play some more Expedition 33. So I'm going to go on my BRB, run some ads, and then I will be right back.